Hi folks, this is All the Fruit. I'm in the little town of Aldea on the island of Gran Canaria, and this is basically their, biggest public park, Plaza Nueva or Plaza del Anfiteatro, which means a new square or square of the amphitheater. Well, wherever I'm in the world, I usually check out those public parks. Even if you might think that they are not interesting, from time to time you find some amazing gems, and even if you don't, even the normal stuff they grow in those parks can be quite interesting, depending on where you are in the world. So La Aldea has a couple nice little roundabouts and roadside vegetation which are quite interesting, mostly because there is the cactus park, Cactus Aldea, which probably donated a lot of rare cacti to the city. But this place, I don't see a single cactus here, so I guess here they planted a lot of other stuff. So let's see what we can find on this Plaza del Anfiteatro. Well, bougainvillea in lots of different colors. That's quite normal everywhere in the tropics and subtropics. That little thing could be a phoenix senegalensis, and right behind it a ficus benjamina. Here we have is this hibiscus rosa zinensis, or no, this is this other species. Sorry folks, I forgot the name of this hibiscus species. So sorry for that. The palm trees, I think they were called Cocotrinax argentata, but I'm not 100% sure. Here we have a pandanus, something Pandanus utilis, tectorum, some of the normal species cultivated everywhere in the Canarias. Some big strelitzia, Alba, Nicolai, something of that sort. Here we have Sucas. What is this? Sucas revoluta. Well, some Sucas species, don't try them even if you think you see fruit on them. They are toxic. Here is an interesting palm tree, an interesting fig tree. Look at this fig with its whitish bark and quite big leaves, and also quite big and not unpleasant fruit. Look at the size of those figs. They taste mostly soft and sour, but not unpleasant, so yeah. One of the best fig species for food. Here the most probably Cocotrinax has a couple ripish fruit. Sphatodea campanulata, the African tulip tree. Well, the fruit, I read somewhere that they're also edible, but what's even more important, here you can see it on the ground. Usually you can see it on the flowers on the tree. When it rains, they collect a lot of water, and then a couple hours or even a couple days after the rain, those flowers might be the only place around which still has clean water. So they are a good source of water if you are in an area without supermarkets or clean tap water. Well, here the flamboyant, Delonyx regia. This park has a couple nice Shidus terebintifolia. This is not even one of the nicest. I'll show you better ones soon. Here again some ficus benjamina. Let's see. Phoenix canariensis among them. This could be some Sabal or some Washingtonia, not so sure. Here another ficus I'm not so sure about. Is this really a ficus? Oh no, this is not a ficus. What is this? I thought this is a ficus with very unique bark, but no. This is something completely different, and no fruit or flowers. If you know what this stuff with those three pinnate leaves is, please tell me. The big ficus here seem to be Ficus microcarpa. Over there, there is a Scheffler actinophylla. Behind it some casuarina. In the corner, in front of this traditional water pump from the mid 20th century. There seems to be some cypress tree. Let's see what else we got around here. Another nice big Schefflera. And here the other Schefflera species, Schefflera arboricola. Those are basically, those are really common features in Canary Island parks and private gardens. Here the small Schefflera arboricola. Here Strelitzia regine. Unfortunately, flowering is over for this one. This should be again what they call Phoenix senegalensis. New research kind of hints that this could actually be a variety of Phoenix canariensis, although it looks completely different. Well, here a flowering Strelitzia Nicolai or Alba or something like that. Seems to be very popular with the flies. Here you can see that Schinus terebintifolius is actually quite invasive in this climate. There are lots of little trees hiding here and there in the park. No Phoenix dactylifera around here. Oh yes, there is one actually. There in the background behind this parking lot. It's the only Phoenix dactylifera I can see. All the other big Phoenix palms around here seem to be Phoenix canariensis. Well, here the toxic oleander, Derium oleander, hands off. Here again a pandanus. Flowering, beautiful big hanging inflorescence. This could be a Siagros romanzophiana, a tasty edible queen palm. Here one of the big old Schinus terebintifolius trees, definitely older than the park, or definitely older than the modern landscaping of the park. Well, I mean at the base this is almost a meter thick, but like it's not a real tree, it's more like a big shrub or something, but still quite impressive. Not much more here. This park is not being planted with the intent of being a collection of rare trees. There are other parks for that purpose in La Aldea. Here another big Schinus terebintifolia. Here we have Bushman's poison. This is the plant the Bushmen used, or the sun, or Khoisan as they call themselves, used to make the poison for their poisonous darts. But they also used the quite bitter fruit for food. So you can actually eat Bushman's poison fruit. Here, among all those Phoenix canariensis, there is actually Phoenix dactylifera. This little palm here is Phoenix dactylifera. Bluish leaves, slightly more erect, the stem is slightly more thin. Here is something which could even be a hybrid between dactylifera and canariensis. Let's see, there are a couple more things here in the corner. Collection of different aloe species. Some of them is aloe vera, not sure what this is. The spineless agave attenuata. Some curajong tree, this should be Brachychiton populneos, I would say. Here they look into a nice, well, I don't know, semi-private garden. It seems to have something to do with the park, but it's closed off. Let's have a peek into it. The local bananas, dwarf Cavendish, and here a collection, an interesting collection of old water pumps from the donkey-powered water pump. Here, this is a noria, or a traditional well. Basically, you tie a donkey or a cow or whatever to it, and pump out the water to a mid-20th century wind water wheel, and behind it some also 20th century motorized water pumping device. I guess they are all retired by now because they get a lot of water from the lakes in the mountain. Well, folks, this was a little village or town park on the island of Gran Canaria. If you are stuck in the little town of La Aldea de San Nicolas, waiting for the bus, which comes about 4 times a day, and its final station is right in front of the park, there is no reason not to check out the park, and many reasons to check it out. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Gran Canaria. Oh, look at the weather, by the way. This is Kalima. This is Sahara sand. This is Sahara sand obstructing the view. Well, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Gran Canaria. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.